not a sailor, are you? Sailors pitch when they walk dry ground, list like drunkards at a wake. No, you're not one of them. So who are you? My name is Nina Malloy. You met my father Alder back in the village. He wouldn't be pleased to find me here. Of course, very little pleases my father. I've walked this island since I was no bigger than a boggart, yet I'm still prohibited from venturing past the village on my own. I can take care of myself. Ha! That it's you know. I killed my first scav in this very fasting. I don't need protection. Not yours. Not my father's. Not Akara's. Keep telling our people that the offering only makes us slaves. Makes us weak. But do they listen? No. They've been trained not to. We sacrifice one of our own people to Akara. A being none of us have ever seen. And one that's desires are not known to us. Is the offering bad? Yes. We can leave whenever we wish. All of us. Only we lack a vessel fit for such a journey. Wouldn't matter, however. Most of the villagers in Cape Solace wish to stay right here. My father has them convinced that their destiny is to serve Akara. My destiny is my own. If only he understood that. Yes, so I gathered. The scavs aren't partial to intruders, especially ones they can eat. I'll join you if you don't mind. I know these tunnels better than anyone. Lead on. I'll watch your back. There's stuff to tell in these old tunnels, but if your friend was dragged in here by scavs, then she'll be at the very bottom. Take the lead. Stay with me.
Cycle the first, the Arathi. Greetings, dear Netta. If I view this record as a personal correspondence, it makes the distance bearable, keeps the fear at bay. You know how expeditionary travel vexes me. I shall begin. I was not certain what to expect following my disembarkation upon this grim isle. After initial investigation, there appears to be a significant Erathi presence, one that predates any other signs of organized life on the island. It is a curious thing. Why would such beings descend to this wounded realm? Whatever beckoned to them, its call must have been incredibly powerful. More research is needed. Be well, dear Netta. I miss you.
You've come. They came as soon as the hull went under. The cargo, the survivors, the sails. Everything stripped like flesh from a bone. I didn't think I'd live to see the morning. Not with dead Kel here. I'm going to see if there's anyone else on this island. There are too many structures for it to be deserted. Don't be foolish.
And what is this? Tell me, stranger, what brings you down these dank passages? Salvage? Riches? The allure of a most magnificent death? Hmm? If you must die, it should be at the hands of a monster like me. My victims are almost as infamous as I am. I have touched the hand of death and been chosen. So it is with all great men. We transcend mortality. But you wouldn't know of such things, would you? Death will not have me. Not until I am satisfied. And I am not satisfied. Oh no, I still hunger. Will I? The Alpha Navy tried to stop me once. They sought to stretch my neck. Yet who do you think ended up dangling from the gallows? Don't make the same mistake they did. Don't come to my home and call for my head. It's foolish, and worse, disrespectful. I will forgive you this once, but that is all. Now leave Gallows End.
Listen to Dead Kel, stranger. Find a ship, find a captain, then sail far, far away from Gallows End. I'll see that your friend gets to the village. After that, I'm going to do some exploring. There was another crash not soon after yours. a ship that ran aground up north. I was planning to follow the survivors inland, but there also might be something of value in their wreckage. I wouldn't call him a close relation, but I've seen him from time to time. He doesn't show his ghastly face around Cape Solace that often. I guess even he's got an interest in good salvage. Good idea. You never can tell if these castaways are going to be friendly or just plain mad. Look at you. Perhaps I'll see you back at Cape Solace. Till then, try to stay out of trouble. Bye.
How goes the foraging? Let's see. Yes, this is all of it. I'll begin straight away. Restorations are still not finished. These things take time. Bye.
When Asa and I first heard that Captain Bradigan was taking a mercenary on board, I can't say we supported the decision. Now, where would we be without you? Be safe out there.
Hello.
You've done a good thing. More than Cape Solace would ever do. They should care more about helping strangers than converting them. The one you rescued looks strong, fierce. I do hope his strengths are a help and not a hindrance. I will watch him closely. We Darklfar are nothing if not careful. I am forever grateful.
Elwa has potions if you need them.
Look at you! I could just gobble you up, but it's in my contract with the Navy that I do no such thing. You found the Ardings alive and well, if not a bit soggy. Well done. I had a feeling you'd be full of surprises. I've been here searching for a means of escape, but everyone is so preoccupied with their precious scion that they hardly give me a glance. No. They didn't. Older believed he passed not long after we left him, and that he was swept out to sea. He was a good first mate, Tari. I'll miss the silent little scallywag. We did try to save him, but the winds of fortune don't always blow in our favour. You met him, did you? Tell me, what did the villain have to say for himself? Did he have the hangmen with him? Bloodgrin, the Whispering Witch, the Baronet? She wields a powerful staff, and she likes to whisper into the ears of her victims before they die. No one knows what she says. She's also said to be Dead Kel's lover. Gross. Big nasty brute. He kills with his bare hands if he can, but he'll settle for his hammer if he wants to be especially messy. He's a fancy one, more concerned with his silks and swagger than with taking a life. As Mother always said, manners will get you everywhere, and I mean everywhere. True, and I think I know how. Alder spoke of an old castaway, a man named Key, who has been on this island longer than anyone. Perhaps he's lived long enough to know our pirate friend. If nothing else, it's a good place to start. Alder will know where to find this Key fellow. If we're lucky, he'll be normal, not like the rest of these twisted eels. I'm not counting on it. Hurry back.
I'm sorry about your friend, Tari. His loss was unfortunate. But in my time, I've learned that everything occurs according to Akara's plan. We in the village are preparing for the offering ceremony to receive our new scion. Only then will you truly understand. Captain Bratigan explained that you plan to bring Dead Kel to justice. I understand your reasons, but the quest is folly. Still, I wish you success. So I will point you in the direction of a man named Key. He is the oldest castaway on Gallows End. He will have answers. Before you speak with him, I must ask you a favor. Your journey will take you past Soul Deep Fasting, where my wife Bridget prepares for the offering. Take her this amulet. She will want it. All scions wear it during the ceremony. It is just down the beach to the west. You will know it by the watchers standing guard out front. Do not provoke them.
It wasn't easy, but I followed that landing party inland. Nobody carrying that much cargo is here by accident. There's a storm brewing. You'll be happy to know that I took a prisoner. That dainty fellow over there. He says he's harmless, but I'm not so sure. I had a chance to scout a bit closer and caught sight of another ship. One that's still intact just offshore. If I were crazier, I'd steal it and make for open sea. Mostly, I just want to go after their leader. If his people are here for blood, we'll know soon enough. I must say, they resembled a war party more than a ship's crew. I counted warriors, and even a few scholars among them. It's not uncommon for outsiders to come to Gallows End, seeking Akara's power and the island's magic. I just haven't witnessed it in many years. Perhaps that's right. If that landing party does mean us harm, then we'll need all our best fighters here, at Cape Solace. Could use more like you on Gallows End. Fish, prey, eat. That's what most of these people call wisdom.
What is it you seek? The new scion must not be disturbed. Her meditations are of great importance to the offering ceremony. Without the proper preparation, she won't withstand the power that comes with Akara's blessing. It will destroy her. soon, that name will mean nothing. She will be the scion, Akara's chosen one, and the vessel for his power. I will give her the amulet once she breaks from her meditation. You must leave now. That is not a suggestion. That is not your concern. She is safe. Nothing will happen to the scion under the gaze of the Watchers. Akara be praised.
Forgive my confusion, but have we met? I arrived on the island several months ago, or so the villagers tell me. Blame this nasty bump on my head. Tricky business, memory. When you have it, you forget it's there. Once it's gone, you forget, well, everything. Even now, I came out here for some reason I can't recall. All I have to show for my time is this map. Little good it will do me here. Well, it's not a whole map, not really, more of a scrap of parchment. I found it among these debris. But why was I looking through them in the first place? For salvage? For tortoise eggs or crabs? For shells? Maybe it's a map leading to buried treasure. Please do, it's yours. What good is a map on an island with no boats? If I come upon any more, you're welcome to them. That is, if I remember who you are. Don't ask me. Most mornings I need to be reminded of my own name. My advice isn't exactly reliable. See you soon.
Listen to me. You have to listen. She's in there. Angarad is in there, and she won't come out. We have to do something, please. The unthinkable. She made a bargain with the pirate king himself. Dead Kel. For years, Angarad has yearned for her life back in Drithia. Her days were spent in silence, her nights in a pool of tears. But I never thought she would turn to him. I tried to stop her, I did, but she won't listen to me. We've been friends for 3 years, but that means nothing to her now. Island legend says that Mudhold is where dead Kel creates his fair Gorta crew with the help of a wizard. I'm not sure exactly. Nina Malloy has probably been there, but where hasn't she been on this rock? She's taken refuge underground, in the crumbling remains of Mudhold fasting. The things she is doing there, you can't imagine. Be careful. Angarad is a delicate creature, and something deep inside of her is shattered. She would not listen to reason, and that makes her dangerous. I don't know how to thank you. She's settled deep in the bottom of Mudhold fasting, where the cavern opens to the cliffs and waters below. She is obsessed with the sea, always searching the horizon for ships. Be careful. Another one, eh? Well, the carter just keeps drawing them in. Fish trapped in his widening net. What is it you want, castaway? The simplest answer to your problems lies beyond those cliffs there. One swift drop, and then peace. Oh, the priest, eh? How is it that most pawns aren't even aware of the game? Every few years, Alder sends me a hopeless spirit, praying I can provide a fate weaver's wisdom. But I have no hope to give. I have nothing. Dead Kell has seen to that. Look around you. We are damned. Where is he? Everywhere, you fool. Everywhere. Try to leave this island, Dead Kell is there. Try to hide in the fastings, Dead Kell is there. You're better off hiding from your own shadow. Ha! Spoken like one who just crawled from the wreckage. You have no idea of the forces that conspire against us. Dead Kell is no mere man, no, no, no. He is touched by Akara. As long as his ship, Requiem, remains harbored here on Gallows End, none of us are free. Get me that ship, and perhaps I will tell you what you wish to know. Perhaps. It is said that Dead Kell is the only mortal to have ever laid eyes upon Akara, to have spoken with him as an equal. Not even the Scion has been so close, and she is linked to Akara through magic. Now you know why Dead Kell remains a threat long after he was supposedly killed by the Alpha. He is not a natural thing. His life is both blessing and curse. It is called the Requiem. Years ago, the vessel belonged to Dead Kell's lover, the Whispering Witch. But when his own flagship, the Stormbringer, was sunk off the coast, he needed a replacement. As far as I know, it is the only seaworthy ship on all of Gallows End. And what a prize it would be to possess. Then you will succeed where all others have failed. You will not secure the Requiem, because you will die long before you even lay eyes upon it. Fate cannot be changed. It's a tragedy, because I would have told you everything. Dead Kell and his hanged men keep the ship in the Dark Harbor, their private port northwest of here. Return if you need my sight.
Lo, we sing of Sulsvard, heir of the Ulfston Shieldbreaker, sure of hand and pure of heart, with fame on white wings, who claimed the isle for kin and raised his great dwarf fastings. Undersea, mudhold, cliffbreak, and soul deep. Treasures for and strongholds hearty, prizes for his betrothed. For by his side strode Lady Anrun, his comely warrior bride, whose wish was for a wedding feast, and all kin surrounded to bestow the greatest gift of all, a mighty keep of Gravehall.
Stand clear. Our business does not concern you, Longlegs. Pepin will be back momentarily with the tome, and then we will be on our way. Until then, do not interfere. It is called the Tome of Contrition, and it is a record of gnomish experience throughout the ages. But that is all I can say. To reveal more could be detrimental to our expedition. Now, if only Pepin would return from undersea fasting. A dread cloud hangs above this island. I can feel it. I'm not sure. Obviously, I cannot pursue him. It is my duty to stay here, to see to our higher purpose. But something must be done. Pepin's tardiness is a concern. Fine. Yes, it is decided. You may find Pepin, and you will be rewarded for doing so. But I accept no responsibility for your safety. None whatsoever. It is inland, beyond the cliffs. We have made our camp here so as not to arouse suspicion in the villagers to the east. Castaways are an excitable breed. Be gone now.
So, you escaped the cove, did you? I assume that Rast survived too. She's luckier than most, even if she's too daft to realise it. You're strong. Perhaps even tough enough to help me steal the Requiem. I need someone with muscle to help me smash those gears. My injuries were not as serious as I made them appear. I followed you and Rast through the flooded cavern to the beach, and then made for the forest. It was the only way to avoid Cape Solace. I couldn't let them see me. Not after what they did. Why do you think everyone in Rathia considers Rast Bratigan a travesty? She's far too trusting to be a sailor. However, she did get me back to Gallows End, and for that I am thankful. And she was kind. Far too kind. Now that I'm home again, I will have my revenge. I will kill the Scion as she meant to kill me. You would do that for me? Why? Before she died, my mother made me promise not to go after Pima. Perhaps you are here to make sure I stay true to my word. Fine. I will not kill the Scion, but justice must still be done. She resides in the north, where she prepares her final departure. But beware her honor guard, the Watchers. They are powerful. The Scion will be preparing to depart the island, to make way for her replacement. She will leave from the beach on the north of the island. For my mother.
My suggestion to steal the ship was made in jest. I never expected this. My own fate has always kept me trapped on gallows end. I never dared to dream of escape. But you possess a quality, something I've never seen before. You did as you promised. Now I must do in kind. What do you wish to know? The Fallen One is not a surface dweller. He died once, and ever since he's preferred to stay beneath the ground. Akara Tor is his lair. Despite their history, Dead Kel and the great Akara are still connected. Where you find one, you will find the other. Yes, which is rare on this island of scavengers and fanatics. I trust you, even though many years of hardship has taught me to do otherwise. I will confide in you, because despite my wish to leave this place, I have no desire to hurt the stranded souls that wish to stay. There is a spy in Cape Solace, one who is not as they appear, one who plans to disrupt the offering. If I could reveal their identity, I would. But my sight only tells me how the threads travel, not where or to whom. This figure is powerful, magical, and wields a strong grip over fate, same as you. Use your gift. Open your eyes to the signs. If you are willing to see in a new way, you will find the one you are looking for. I know you will. I have not seen it in the cards, but you are beginning to give me faith in the impossible. Go to the new scion, Alder's wife Bridget, and protect her from this threat. Take these potions. They will help you track the spy. Be careful. Not everyone is Dead Kel. Not everyone can defeat death. The Requiem is ours. Now we must sail it to Cape Solace and give others the opportunity to join us. Hurry to Cape Solace.
marvellous! You stole the Requiem. What's the dreaded pirate to do now without his ship? Our passage from the island is secure. That is, if you're interested in leaving. And if you stay, I stay. Do not thank me. We stand together, you and I. We started this journey as companions, but the fires of adversity have made us something more. Friends. And I don't let my friends down. Well, not counting that time with Geraint. He died. Now go. Find the turncoat. If dead Cal means to disrupt the village's ceremony, he will do so soon.
Kill Tali myself.
It's done, my liege. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting Cillian Keen from Cape Solace to serve the keep as your beastmaster. You can find him at the Beast Pen. I have only just begun, my liege. Several texts I found in the keep refer to an unusually large armory beside the main structure. For this, I'll need 2 bundles of emberwood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 4 bundles of sea steel. Great. I'll get to work immediately. Bye.
You must be the great liege that Paddy has been talking about. He kept going on and on about how magnificent and benevolent you are. Honestly, I just agreed to move up here to get out of the wind. That town on the cliff was a bit breezy. Take care, my liege.
Yes, my liege. The armory is still not finished. Ask me again later. Bye.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cillian, the Beastmaster. I'm a world-famous beast trainer. Give me any kind of beast and I'll domesticate it. If you're interested and willing to get some food for me to use as a lure, I can train a beast to be your pet. You fancy a large pet or a small one? Keep in mind, I can only maintain 3 pets at a time. Smaller beasts are easier to care for. What would you like? If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Training a pet for you creates a special bond, giving you benefits in combat. Would you like me to train one for you? You fancy a large pet or... Keep in mind, I can only maintain 3 pets at a time. The bigger the better, right? Which kind would you like? Bar guests have sharp teeth but love to be petted. Give me a day to find one and I'll train it for you. G'day.
What do you want? Don't you know that dead Kel will kill you if he finds you scurrying around in his tunnels? You should have better sense. better sense than me at the very least. I am fulfilling my purpose, doing what needs to be done to release me from my imprisonment. Fair Gulta are not easy to create. It takes time, energy, power. But I do it, because Dead Kell and I have an agreement. He is not as cold as they say, and he has his reasons for being a monster, just as I now have mine. And you would take me with you, back to Rathia. I have no need of Dead Kell's bargain if I can find another way to escape Gallows End. I will choose to believe you, but only because I wish to return to my children as the same woman who left them. I cannot become a monster. Let's go.
Cycle the second, the Alfar. You would not enjoy the awkward scrambles needed to traverse this isle, my love. They are treacherous. I must resemble the tumblers we witnessed in Sun Camp all those many nights ago, reeling and twisting. The Arathi were not the only inhabitants of Gallows End, though surely the oldest. Natural caverns in the north and south boast evidence of a variety of other visitors, both man and beast. Alfar weapons and armor litter the beaches, treasures for the taking. They too seem to have departed in haste. It is a troubling trend. What is terrorizing everyone? Give my good wishes to the Templars, dear Netta. As always, you are in my thoughts.
I don't know how you managed to convince Angerod you found a ship. Frankly, I don't care. She's free. All I ever wanted was to keep her safe and to get her home. Friends protect each other. And perhaps she has become more than that to me. Even if my feelings were never returned, Angerod will see her family again, but not from Dead Kell's prow. I promise you that. Goodbye. Be safe.
The scavenger. Listen to this. I have some wonderful news. I found another piece of parchment, only this one has a slightly different color to it. Older, perhaps, more weathered. It is all very odd. I seem to remember more when I focus, and your little quest has given me something to strive toward. There are numerous Diverga fastings across this island, but I wouldn't stop there. There are dark corners everywhere. See you soon.
What news? So you killed her? I don't know what to feel. I've dreamt of this day ever since I was pulled from that stinking black raft. Since I watched them roll my mother in a shroud. And she was right. I don't feel better now that I've avenged her death. It just makes me miss her more. Thank you. Take this, it was Mother's. I have my memories. Goodbye.
Your pet is all ready and wandering about the keep. Now that you have the pet, you should notice a boost in combat. They have that effect on their owners. If you feed your pet more, the boost will get even bigger. G'day. Yes, my liege. Take care.
It's done, my liege. Be sure to have a good look around. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting Ollie Madsen from Cape Solace to serve the keep as your master-at-arms. You should speak to him in the armory. This place! It never ceases to surprise me. With it all cleaned up, I was able to spot the entrance to a collapsed tunnel leading from the keep. Once I'd laid eyes on it, I knew I'd seen it in my dream. I'll need some materials, though. 3 bundles of beach stone, 2 bundles of bear hide, and 3 bundles of sea steel. Well, so you do. I'll get to work immediately. Bye.
How can I help you today? Watch out for scabs.
Hey. Yes, my liege. I've been master-at-arms for both Candrian and Helmgard keeps, training sellswords and lords alike. You may even know my brother Jakin. He's the arena master at the House of Valor. As part of my training routine, I've collected records of who can beat certain monsters the fastest. I can test you against those records. You choose the monster you want to fight, and then I'll tell you how you did. If you set a new record against a monster type, I'll give you a reward. I like your enthusiasm. Do you want to fight a big creature or a bunch of small ones? Don't worry. They make up for their size with numbers. Which creature would you like to fight against? Don't get distracted by their glowing bits and spins. You're just in there to smash them. Good luck. Yes, my liege. You got your first record. I hope you don't think they'll all be this easy. Here's a reward, and your results. See ya.